Doing here is we're using Wonderdraft, which is a new one I just found out about like a week or so ago, not too long ago, but yeah, it's good times, so I really like it a lot. It's super useful, especially the continent generation tool where we're at now, so that's fine. Okay. Making a world. Get pretty rough. High detailed, low water, and generate. Let's see what we end up with. Alright, it's not too bad. Although, keep dropping the water level. For this one, I want more of a single continent thing. Rectangular. Yeah. Or let's try a continent. No, let's go back to world. Bigger. More complex. Oh, this is an interesting one. I could get behind this. Let's see. Water texture. Oof. Nope. Coastal effects distance. Let's shrink that a little bit to there. And mass outline blend. Let's keep it very blended. Boost that up a little bit. Not too dark. Yeah, let's work from here. 3-tiered. Hatch. Not bad. Dash. It's okay. Not bad. Not bad. Alright. Coastline color. Oh, I like that one. Freshwater outline color. We're good there. Okay. Outline color is good. Freshwater color is good. Let's boost up the roughness and drop the size down. Yeah. Let's start working on some of these coastlines and making them a little bit rougher. Actually, let's swap that. Make it small. And yeah, some more islands. Yeah, I'm thinking like something really jagged and with like a bunch of different islands, because I'm making this project for basically like a collaborative role-playing forum, which means it needs to be fairly open. Yeah, that'll work. With lots of undeveloped places, you know? Let's add some more. I'm thinking all these little dots will be stuff like bays and harbors and inlets. Yeah, let's drop it down a bit further. Nope, let's swap it. Bring it up in size a bit. See if we can trace it. There we go. Yes, this is supposed to be a sandbox world, right? Let's have a bunch of islands up here. Like, the landmass used to continue up into here, but then the ocean started rising, I think. Actually, let's roughness. Let's do a full roughness, and it'll kind of reset it again, but that's fine. All right. Yeah. Let's just keep hitting generate and see if we can get one that it's like really grabs me. No. Nope, too much. Ah, yes. This I'm digging. Alright, let's see. I need a name for the world. Like, the name of the forum is the Sun Saga, and kind of the storyline and stuff is the Sun Saga. And the idea is that the Sun Saga is this kind of like in-universe, long, poetic epic describing like the creation of the world and the history, and they all kind of recognize themselves as being part of that history. This is the brush if you want to just make whole new ones, but it's super smooth. Okay. Let's see. What strikes me as being very odd? Or oddly, yeah, let's thicken this out some, I think. That's better. Now let's make it more like this. So I've got a land bridge up there. Kind of leads to the subcontinent. Like maybe this whole thing was once a continent, but again, climate change, rising oceans made that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think the same thing here. This was also flooded and yeah, it adds a lot of ideas and possibilities to work with. Let's drop it down. Add in nope, too much. Keep dropping it. There we go. Little islands, very small islands, like high points that had flooded. All right, that's good. Yeah. Let's see. Add in some more, maybe like a bigger kind of island chain here. That used to be a mountain range. So, a bit like that, like that. It's part of my process when world building essentially is like figure out where the mountains are and the way that they're affected. Let's get rid of those. I don't like the way they look. The way like the structure of the world is affected by things, you know? In this case, rising oceans. And the plot of the world is that functionally it's divided into two parts. There's the more inhabited south, and then there's like the uninhabitable north, which is like tundra, taiga, Arctic, roughly. Let's add some more bigger islands up here, so yeah, it looks better. And we'll leave that, because that must have been like once a big giant valley, which is cool. Let's see. Islands. Those are all good. Let's add some more islands, like over here where the bays are, Kinda. Bit random. Not so much. So yeah, there's the two parts, and the northern part is basically controlled by the forces of, well, what I'm calling them is the Lords of Undeath, which are like the main villains, antagonists of the world. And then the south is the Sun Pact, which is founded by some of the elves 1,000 years ago. And there's been like this giant 1,000-year crusade against the Lords of Undeath. Let's bulk these out. And there was just some new magic that recently developed and was deployed. And no one really knows what happened, because it was when all of the armies were set for this gigantic clash, and then the magic basically wiped all of them out. And thus, as a result, it's more functionally, it's a truce in the crusade, because nobody has any armies left. They've wiped themselves out. And so, now that there's something of a peace, yeah. Like, not extensive peace, but a little bit of peace. So basically, they're all kind of like reassessing where they're at. Sorry, I'm double checking some stuff. Anyways, so there's a truce. And no one's quite sure what's going on, and all the countries are having to like reassess what they're doing, and basically they've all existed for 1,000 years in a state of perpetual warfare. So their societies have evolved to be governed by that, and now all of a sudden it's kind of ground to a halt. And they're reassessing, and suddenly they're having to ask themselves, is this really good for us? Is this really what we want? And others are like, ooh, now maybe we can get some advantage over the rest. And it's political intrigues are developing. Let's keep adding islands. I mean, I could definitely involve like the rising oceans in the plot, because that'd be interesting. Like an RP forum sandbox where climate change is active and ongoing all the time. I don't like those, which would be quite something I don't think I've ever seen before. Not a whole lot of fantasy seems to really deal with that, as far as I can recall. So if you remember any, let me know. Let's keep adding islands. Let's add a bunch in here, because I feel like this ocean has kind of been encroaching for a while, and it's eating up this part of the continent. It kind of reminds me of a map of Scotland right in here, really jagged, small kind of islands kind of clustered around and all that. Which, for those of you who don't know, I am currently in Scotland. I'm working on my master's degree in Glasgow, focusing on fantasy literature. So, very appropriate, applicable. Let's just keep adding like some fords and some locks. Kind of trace along the coastline. I don't know what made that noise. That was weird. Cool. That way there's a bunch of places like where members of the forum and other writers can kind of develop their own little section. And maybe like there's actually just stuff smashed and like some ancient magic was used in this kind of area and broke the land. Cataclysmic almost. So, yeah. Part of what inspired this, there's definitely some Warhammer influence. I've been watching some Warhammer 2 Total War Let's Plays. I actually just picked up Warhammer 2 on sale earlier this week. I haven't had a chance to do a whole lot with it, but some really interesting stuff there. Like, I'm not a big fan of grimdark fantasy by any means. Like, it's just not my thing, but a lot of people it is. So this is kind of probably a hybrid of that and my more preferred traditional Tolkien-esque noble bright essentially, or noble grim kind of is another one that's used to describe the Silmarillion, and like other kind of stuff like that. Like what I've been working a lot in my courses this semester is like a lot to deal with fairy tales and quests. So that's something. It's gonna probably be a hybrid of the two. But part of the thing with something like this is that it does. If I was making my own world, it'd be a lot easier because I could do things very specifically. But since this is meant to be more of a shared world, sandbox kind of writing game, I have to keep in mind other writers and create the world with room for other people's influence and ideas, and make it a framework for people to build off of, but also, yeah, let's make a whole bunch of islands. So it's a little cluttered looking, but I think it's better than all of like that empty space, which strikes me as a little odd. And like I said, there's plenty of room for other people to play in the sandbox, both as the Lords of Undeath and as members of the Sun Pact. Yeah. Let's add some more up here. I guess this is basically all frozen, so it's not like I doubt a whole bunch of people are going to use it, but you never know. Let's try and roughly mirror the main continental coastline it's next to, I think. Just so it seems like it's all part of the same continental plate, more or less. And then out here, we can get a little more crazier, but not too much. Let's add some more, kind of over this way. Can have a fairly large island over here. I think there's room. I think the main action and stuff will be mostly focused on the mainland, but islands are great, and I really like the idea of like sea kingdoms and trade. Like the Hosnian League, that was Northern Europe during the Renaissance and Middle Ages. Oh, no, the Hanseatic League, there we go, that's better. Yeah, got it a bit mixed up there. More smaller islands. Kind of trails off here. Yeah, so the focus will be the main continent and like those inland seas, I think. Because kind of the idea is that there's basically like a long line of trenches or fortifications, roughly. It's also inspired by like the Silmarillion and like the Siege of Angband. Actually, the Silmarillion's a huge influence on me, especially for this one where it deals with like much bigger epic-sized conflicts. I think so, like roughly I'd say probably here's kind of like the boundary line between the two. So yeah, because like the different kingdoms of species and stuff have their own little kingdoms, well, you know, and like areas of influence that they're kind of guarding and protecting against. Actually, let's save this as Sun Saga Map. And again, I don't know what makes that noise, or even if any of you were able to hear it. I couldn't tell you, but it keeps making this little beep, and I'm a little surprised, so I don't know what it is. Woo! Okay, let's go up to 40%. Let's go back to 40. 50. Boom, boom, boom. 33. Alright, that's not bad. That's a good big picture view. I didn't quite leave enough room for a name, did I? Oh well, it is what it is. Water texture worn, landmass outline blend. Woo! Let's not do that. There we go. Irregular. Oh gosh. Nope. I think not. Hatch. I mean, that's not too bad. It's got some weird, odd colorings though. So let's go back to irregular blend. I think that's the better way to look at it and see how it's going on. Water appearance. Woo! Yeah, let's not do that. Let's go back to 0. That's better. Water saturation. Ooh. Water value. Whoa. Trippy. Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot with this, so. Stain mirror. Interesting. Yeah, I only started using this like a week ago, basically. And I haven't done a whole lot with it. So I don't know what all of these things do, but still. River tool. What do we got here? Lake tool, okay. And then freshwater brush, eraser, watercolor brush, windrose tool, windrose move tool. So let's see. Let's put the windrose there. And there. No, let's get rid of those. I don't really like the way they're looking right now, so. Land, the brush. Let's see what, okay. It's super pale, which is unfortunate. Fill. Clever. Okay, actually like the way that looks as like a base. Paths, can make them labels, box tool, overlay. Grid, frame, scale creator, measuring tool. Let's put a frame on. Ooh. I like that. Fortunately, my map is actually too big, which is ironic. But I do like the way it looks. Keeps it from fading out a lot. Now this I especially like. Alright, let's do that. We'll keep the tint as is. Grid, pointed hex, with flat hex, square, water only, no, below the symbols. Water only. Let's turn that off for now. Okay, lake tool. Interesting. Undo and undo, because I kind of already have like lakes, or at least inland seas, so. But I can yeah, let's river tools. No, let's go to mountains Also, yeah, this is many things. Compass roses. Oh, not that one. Not bad, not bad. I like it. Rocks are more colored. No. Paintable? No. Oh, let's just go look at all. Get a sense of what we're looking at. See what kind of fits. Because when I'm making maps, I tend to go with mountains. Where are my mountains? Let's turn that on. Where are my mountains? Cliffs? No, I want... Symbols? Oh, psh, duh. Found them. Whoops. Yeah, let's do these. Sure. Too small. Let's boost it up a little bit. I mean, I guess that could work. Problem is, okay, yeah, that's doable. Inked mountain is large. Penciled mountains. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's see, it's gonna follow the islands roughly. So this way it's kind of like Spain. So yeah, it's probably like kind of an equivalent to the Pyrenees right in here. And kind of trail off into the sea. I think, yeah, that works. Alright, so there's those mountains. And afterwards I'll go over and like do the actual like brush coloring and painting, so it's not all one color, more or less. Let's add some more over here. Mountains. What's some of the trickiest parts, honestly? Because everything else works off of them. Let's see, so roughly, this is roughly the splits. Because the idea is the sun pact is kind of trying to keep them pinned in. Yeah, roughly here, but where else would there be mountains? The way this lake is shaped, let's put some here, kind of bordering the sea, or this inland sea, because it kind of squeezes really tightly, which is kind of uncommon. So maybe it's like a lock, more or less. I could actually, I like the idea of the mountains kind of like working their way kind of up to here. And there's more there. So this is kind of where the continental plates are, I think. And we can kind of have them draw together here, I think. Like, we'll cut it off there. Let's see. Inked hills, penciled mountains, penciled mountains, penciled hills. Wow, those are really small. Let's make this a little bigger. No, those are too small to be of any use. Playful hills, playful jagged peaks, inked hills. Again, actually, let's make them normal sized. Okay, full sized. I mean, it can work. That's all right. That's better. Yeah, that's better. This will be hilly, I think. Yeah, now it's getting somewhere. Let's kind of trace them around. Let's kind of follow the mountains roughly as they kind of go down. Kind of go to a peak there to match that. Alright, we've got some hills here. There. Add some more in here. Since it's kind of between the two. Kind of a Caucasian, Caucasus region. Again, follow the mountains. Alright, so that's a decent split. Go back to mountains. Inked mountains large. Go back to this one. Okay, so, ooh, oh yeah, we'll drop that back down. Yeah, that looks right. So then why isn't, maybe it does. Yeah, we can put a river coming out of here, running down to the sea. Because the thing I learned about rivers while researching like map making and photography is that rivers do not split, but they will join. As they always run down the lowest point to the sea. This region kind of reminds me of the Highlands on a map. So I think like these more jagged peninsula and subcontinents are business kind of functions. Yeah, that kind of works out, the way everything kind of runs together. Alright, and then there's this big area. But I think this could be like the Great Plains, you know? Just kind of extend that a little bit. Add in the hills. Ooh, that's right. Gotta keep adjusting the scale. Kind of like the way the Rocky Mountains and the Appalachians kind of turn into great big plains and stuff, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's solid. Actually, I feel like we need some mountains here. Kind of continue. Yep, kind of follow them over here. So this one will be like, I don't know, the Isle of Skye or something. Go up. Yeah, actually that makes sense. So this way, the kind of like the borders can kind of mirror the mountains roughly. So basically, this half, I'm guessing, it's probably like the Lords of Undeath, because the land masses are kind of like guarded and restricted. Like it'd be really hard to march an army through here. Yeah, I like that. Follow them up again. Up here on this island. Swap back over to the hills. Yeah, okay. Oh, those are really big. Keep making them smaller. Okay. I mean, I can add some cliffs in here. Like, ooh, very small. Yeah, that works. Reset the curve. I don't even know what that means. Mirror the symbol. Shrink it. Let's rotate it. Actually, let's try rotating it the other way. You see how it kind of like illustrates like clefts and that kind of stuff. Shuffle. What does that mean? Whoop. Yeah. Whoop. I don't know what this would be. Maybe like a big plateau. Oh, like the Badlands maybe. That could be fun. Yeah, that'll be like Badlands, I think. If you've ever been there. It's beautiful, by the way. Very alien-ish and kind of weird, but otherwise really impressive. This is more of like a Grand Canyon type thing. On mirror. Put that there, so it kind of comes straight off the mountain. And then do that there. Whoop. Do that. Oh, not in the middle of the sea. That'd be awkward. Nah. Okay. Let's mirror it, actually. No, I don't think so. What does that look like? Alright, not bad. Kinda like it. Maybe... No, that's not right. And yeah, I'll go ahead and mix this in with some of the hills, because it adds a little variety and texture, which I think is useful. So it kind of affects the way the lighting works, and the shadows seem to function a little better. Yeah, let's see. Take a look, big picture back. Let's see. Unmirror. What was that again? Can anybody else hear that? Oh well. It is what it is. And we'll put one there. Alright, now it's starting to come together. Make it small-ish. Alright, now where would a forest grow? Undo. Spruce? Ooh, very small. Okay, that's a little better. Let's drop it down to 50 though. That seems to be working really well for a map of this scale. Let's see, this will be like a highland, high elevation forest. Which, so yeah, that would work for spruce. So we can put spruce forest up here. Now, as you notice, I'm not doing any names or cultures or anything political yet. And it'll be a while before I do, just because those are always more organized based on, actually, geographical landscapes are really useful for that one. Alright. Let's see. Sorry. Ooh, that's not a category. Map. Making. Yeah, the card. Yeah. I'll just put it in fantasy. Okay, so we've got them there. Let's see, where else would there be forests? Probably, again, higher elevation. At least cedar forests like this. Nah, undo those. Tall grass, pines. What does that look like? Tiny and oddly colored. Yeah, so we'll put kind of these conifer spruce areas in and around the different mountains, because that's usually where they grow. It's not like that there isn't. I mean, let's not put them that far north though. Let's make an arbitrary decision that there are no big forests north of here. Yeah. So we'll put them here. Yeah, because these are usually drier plants and they're more adept at cold. So right up here is kind of, I'm guessing, like Alaska. Let's see if that's Alaska. Yeah, well, the scale's a little weird. It's fine. Yeah, there's no trees up there. Let's see, that's pretty far south though. Ooh, make it bigger. 100. So let's go back to those. So they don't grow above here, which means this is, ooh. Man, I hate it when my trees are bigger than the mountains. Yeah, that's better. Put them like up here. Kind of that area. Because that one should have a lot of moisture coming from the two different inland seas, so. It's probably like an Oregon coast thing, I would guess. And then here we have where everything kind of drops off. So I think we can have like more coniferous oaks. Yeah, that works. Or actually those are still pines, so that's fine. That's the oaks. Kind of your classic marshmallow shaped forests. These are far enough south that I think we can start throwing in some palm trees. Like, not like that. Let's try 75. No. Alright, so we'll drop back down to 50. Yeah, that's a little better. These are pretty warm tropical islands, I would say. Yeah. Kind of jungle-ish areas. Especially like this kind of peninsula. Down here. kinda, yeah. Great big tropical jungle. Let's turn that on. So everything is currently there. Actually, let's turn that off. I don't know what I'm doing, so haha. I should probably figure that out. Alright, let's add some more over here. Okay. Let's go back to the brush. Let's start working on stuff. Manual color, we'll turn that on. Actually, let's turn that off. So, up here, roughly, it's all like taiga and tundra. It's kind of a frozen kind of wasteland, which of course makes you wonder, like, why are there inland seas up there? That's a great question. My guess is saltwater. Yeah, saltwater doesn't freeze as early, so let's just draw a line across it real quick. Now go ahead and start putting these together. Okay, and fill it in. Kind of like, let's try this one, see how it looks. Alright, not bad. Actually, I'm not as big a fan. It's too heavy. Then I've got that on the islands. I like it how it kind of fades out there. That's good. And then we'll start creating colors. Okay. What more brown? Let's take out the blue. And yeah, that's one of my flatmates. Too much red. Man, I want more brown. That's the current color. Okay, there's kind of a green. Kind of fill in the rest of it. Alright, yeah, that's looking better. Yeah. Fill in most of the rest of it this way, I think. Kind of adds some texture and some richness to it that the normal kind of almost skin colored tan doesn't quite do. This makes it pop a little more with the little variations, so it looks a bit more, I don't know, more varied, I guess you could say. Because at least this way, I'm not trying to accurately represent biomes here, because that's not this kind of map, and it won't really support that with the information I'm trying to convey, which is more political than anything else. Like where the different kingdoms are, you know. Like when you look at a map of Middle-earth, that's what I'm trying to do. Except I can't draw the way Tolkien can, because I didn't go to a British boarding school. Though, how it is that he managed to learn to draw, I don't know. He might have been self-taught. Does anybody remember? Although I guess the southern parts I could actually make a darker green for being more tropical. Opacity is very low. Okay. Ah, yeah. That's actually really nice. Kinda gives it a bit more color, especially when you start adding in layers. Yeah, I like that. Hope it saves that color. It won't though, but it's fine. Yeah, there we go. Let's make this, let's keep adding more as well. Kind of let it fade out there. See, did you hear that? Just did it again. Can anybody tell what that is? Doesn't look like chat. I don't know what it is. I'm so confused. Velocity, fill. No, I don't want it to fill. Let's go ahead and add some more color along the southern coastal areas and up in here. Yeah. And we can kind of go like that. Yeah, it's very kind of tropical-y, but also has some cedars. Those are highland cedars. So, yeah, you know. It's much drier up in the mountains than... Add some more. Yeah, there we go. Alright, how is this looking? Not too bad. I do wish like this could like fade into each other a little more, you know? I guess you just kind of got to do that. And yeah, that'll do. Turn it white. Yeah, because it does it in layers. I don't know if it actually fades or not, but that'd be fun if it did. Okay. What does that look like? Ooh. Less of a fan. Change color. Okay. So that's how you adjust that. Make it more opaque, I guess, is the one they're using. That's okay. And, well, that works. Yeah, it's probably better for more tropical anyways. Actually, let's... Ooh. Let's put that back. Not... Actually, let's change this color. And start dropping the opacity up here, and maybe that'll let it kind of fade a bit more instead of looking like someone spray painted it. So yeah, that's what the base map looks like now that I've removed stuff. Change color, let's keep dropping it. Yeah, that's a little better. That's much better, actually. As long as I don't overlap too much and add in too many layers, I should be okay. So it's kind of like working with paints that way, depending on, like, I think it's watercolor. It's been a long time since I've worked on any like physical painting, just because it's expensive and I've been traveling around a ton. It's alright, now we can kind of get the fade going. Let's drop the opacity even more. Yeah, there we go. Nice. And I move around a lot, so it's really, really difficult to like carry around paints and stuff. Let's go back to water. Freshwater brush. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Actually, what does it do? Okay, so that's more like lakes again. Not quite what I'm looking for. River tool, that's what I'm looking for. Alright. Rivers obviously run high elevation to low elevation. They never run up. So let's start here. Oh, interesting. Yeah, well, no, it would do that. That's actually pretty neat. I like it. Let's throw some more in meandering and some more roughness. And that's okay. Let's make it a little bit wider though. Let's do that. Ooh, that. looks really weird, actually. Let's drop that down to like 0.6. And this down to 2. Okay, where would there be a very big river? Probably in from here. Alright, it's not too bad. Go there. Go down to there. Ooh, that doesn't match at all. Undo, 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 undo. Rivers are also really tricky, in case you hadn't guessed that. Okay. Rivers, rivers, rivers. Water runs both into and out of... No, it doesn't run out of inland seas. It runs out of lakes. But there are no rivers that run out of, like, the Great Lakes. But that's because they're glacier lakes, so... Alright, it's not too bad. Into there, so that they kind of whoop. Kind of winds its way down. Goes into there. And I can see it going into there. I could see a lake here. Yeah, let's put a lake there. Turn that off. Boom. Boom. Yeah, maybe there's one that kind of weaves its way down to there. Now, what am I going to do with all these inland lakes? Kind of fjords. Okay, let's assume the inland seas are the lowest areas. Yeah. They're the lowest areas, which they should be, of course, since that's how they work.
It isn't. It isn't. Random Twitch, I'm sorry, but it's just...
Nope. Go away. Go away. Nope.
No, thank you so much.
Sorry. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. Nice. Okay. So at least I know that's working. Now that you've been listening to me to ramble for like forever. Alright, so these are the lowest portions, which means water will run into them. So let's go from here to here to there. From here to here to there. I don't know what I'm gonna do about like these inland. Yeah, because that seems kind of weird, honestly. Like, why do they not run all the way into the sea? But oh well, it's chill. Hello, new viewer, I think, if you're there. And it wasn't me when I accidentally opened up to my own stream. Good times, good times. Yeah, let's do into there. I'm gonna trace this over there. And then we'll put another lake here. Go back to the river. Actually, let's go kind of down into there. I think is decent. Yeah. And then maybe, put another one there. No, that's way too close to the ocean. That seems weird. Here. We'll do one here. I like many lakes and rivers in my world. Also, I'm pretty sure I figured out what the beeping is. It's the autosave, which is excellent, because autosave is important, so you don't accidentally lose things. And let's put another lake there, kind of where there's more gaps in the kind of bigger gaps in the hills and mountainous areas. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff that flows into there. And obviously these are not going to be like, ooh, let's put another lake up in there. Down to there. And then down to there. Kind of a cold northern lake, I would say. Are there rivers way north? I don't think so. Are there? I actually don't know. Let's put a lake here. It'll flow. I'm thinking it'll have two. Yeah, it'll probably flow there, honestly. Okay. Maybe I should have done this before I did the other stuff. Yeah. River there. Well, actually, yeah, I guess there is always rivers that flow out of mountains. Especially if they're like big mountains that have a lot of snow? But wouldn't the rivers be frozen? That's the question. Not if they're big enough, actually, now that I think about it. No, let's not put any more links up there. Alright. But this, yeah, that's my phone. A friend who's currently in Spain decided to text me. So sorry. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe I'll go back to... Oh, whoops. This one. What? Oh. Ooh. Oh. 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 No. Undo. Let's make these as big mountains by making them a little paler. Yeah, like that. Okay, back to rivers. Rivers, rivers, rivers. So yeah, if this is the border, no, it's probably more like that's the border. Yeah, I think that'll work. But it'd be pretty great if there's like a hidden elven refuge here, like smack dab in the middle of the lanes of the Lords of Undeath. Actually, I'm gonna make that now. City. Oh, this is something. Name generator, settlements, bottled water. Boom, label. Let's see. Let's see what happens when it changes. Woo! Town, water. Whoa. No, let's stick with city. Don't like that though. Maybe white? Yeah, probably. Alright, what should we call that? It's like Amun Hun in Lord of the Rings, that secret Ithilien refuge. Let's curve it a little bit. Elfgard. Yeah, let's call it Elfgard. Ooh boy. Actually, no. Whoop. Yeah, I can't help it. Elfgard. Kind of a Norse type thing. I mean, at least we can... maybe let's just keep making it bigger. let's make that bigger. Because otherwise people aren't going to be able to read it, which will be problematic. Elfguard. Alright, cool. So we have our first settlement, Elfguard. And then, yeah. City. Actually, this could be gold. That'd be fun. For kind of like a region is... Ooh, boy. The Elf Marches. Actually, I hate that color. Like, we're not doing that. White? Okay, black works actually really well. Name generator? Generate names? Oh! I appreciate that. Whoop. Outline color, maybe that one white? Ooh, no. Nope. Nope. I mean, maybe. For those of you who are like, what's a elfin? No. Frederick the Great? For those of you who are like, what's an elfin march? Well, if you've ever heard of marcher lords, the marches are like the edge of a kingdom. It's like the border, more or less. So elfin marches would mean like it's like the edge of the elvish territories. So there's going to be like probably some elf kingdoms, elf citadels, elf realms here, and they specifically like watch here. Like this is their area of influence. Actually, we'll move that up, I think, up into here. Yeah, that makes more sense. Ooh, should that be white though? Ah! Ah! Why is it so small? Elfin marches. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Or not. Lancelot. I like that the font name is Lancelot. No. Delete the entire thing. Water. Nice. City. Town? No! What has it done? Oh, so you can make more. Okay. That makes sense. Let's make... Alright, so these are the elfin marches. So like this is contested territory right in here. Oh, like I was saying, I like the fact that it's Lancelot. Let's make this region. Okay. Wow. Man, that's really hard to read. Maybe like a silvery. Oh boy. Nope. White? Maybe? Okay, that works. Elf Guard. Yeah. Okay. We have the Elfin Marches and we have Elf Guard. Sorry, I gotta look at my notes for the run to see what other locations I've done. Galadria. These are the Stoneheart Mountains. Font color, black. Outline, black. Let's bend it. And then... oh, there we go. It's the Stoneheart Mountains. Yep, there's the autosave again. So that's how we know what it is. Okay. Let's see. Which means I had a town. Well, not really a town. Galadria. Let's make that a little bigger. Black. Put it right there. I wish there's like a way to... maybe there is. Get rid of the outline. That might help. Oh, yeah, that helps immensely. Actually. I will give you one more. There we go. We'll bump it up one. Stoneheart Mountains. Galadria. Which is like a citadel of like the high elves, really. There's not really any of them left per se, or there's far fewer than there was. How about that? I still feel like this will be really hard to read. Oh. That's the end of my hot chocolate. Sadly. Stoneheart Mountains. And then boost it. Galadria. We'll boost that a little bit as well. The Elfin Marches. Make a new one. Yeah. Text. Antiqua? The Welsh Lords of Undeath. So we'll do that. We'll make this super big. Oh, Lords of Undead. I mean, kind of. Lords. Don't know how I feel about that font though. Boring. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, I can do this. How big can it go though? That's what I want to know. Wow. 256 apparently. I'm not going to draw borders because those are more of a modern invention than anything else. What does it look like? Whoa! No. Outline color. Ugh. Lords of Undeath. And then we'll make a new preset and call this one Realm. Or let's call it Faction Territory. Woo! Which means over here we have the Sun Pact. And then, does this get any bigger? Alright, so it only goes up to 256. And then the Sun Pact. I mean, it could be worse. And then water. Call this the Great Fjord. And this one we'll call, actually, Bodies of Water. Boom. Dawn Crossing, Forsaken Void. Wow. It's kind of crazy. Wild. Yeah, but I don't think we're going to use that. Shoot. What should we call this? Ha 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 ha. Well, I mean, there's the Mediterranean, which basically just means the middle. I mean, that works actually. Yeah, we'll call this the Middle Sea, or Midsea, Midse, Midsa? No, we'll just call it the Middle Sea. Like, I know it's not the most descriptive or like uniquely you know what I'm saying. It's not the most well, it's descriptive. We'll go with that. Actually, that's better. Stoneheart Mountains. White. And white. What do we do if this one goes white? That's actually a little better. Okay. And then there's just this tiny little elf card. Maybe I should give it an outline. Boost that up a little bit more. Elf guard. There's Galadria. This will be, woo, it's super big. Water. Water. Why is it so big? Bum, 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 bum. Go to city, and then we'll go back to water. No, what did you? No, no, no. Text. Water. Boom. Call that the Twin Seas. As opposed to the Twin Lakes. Nope, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. There. No! Actually, shrink this. I think. Yeah, so it goes there. Oh boy. The Sun Pact. Actually, symbols. Symbols. Symbol eraser. Whoops. This one. Labels. Region. Call this. Oh boy. So I'm thinking this is where most of the battles will be. And I'm thinking this is where like the big magic thing that wiped out most of the armies was. So we call it the Shattered. No. That's in Brandon Sanderson's books. We could call it Battle Plane. That would work. Battle Plane. Reset the curve. So that's where like a lot of the clashes are. Like the big armies is because it's like out in the open and they can maneuver a little easier there. Yeah, we can call it the Battle Plane. Drop down there. We'll bump it up one. Yeah, that works. Battle Plane, Elfin Marches. Let's see. What other names do I have? Not a ton. It's still pretty underdeveloped. So I don't actually have any other names for this. Oh, hey there, Kaiwa TV. I don't know if you're still there or not, but how are you doing? Well, hopefully you're still there, otherwise I'm just talking to myself and pretending to talk to you. Anyways, yeah. So what do you think? Maps or anything? The hard part I'm finding is the text. Actually, let's curve this one a little bit. Yeah, it's already as big as it gets. Oh, that actually does help quite a bit, which I appreciate. Yeah, that sets it off. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you think it looks good. What are you making your map on? Let's see. Yeah, let's add... No, let's make that one a black outline. Do you use Wonderdraft or Incarnate, or do you do it by hand? What do you use to make your maps? Whoops, wrong color. Let's drop that down. Oh, Photoshop, nice. I've messed a little bit with Photoshop, but not had a whole bunch of luck usually. I don't know how I feel about that one. Yeah, because isn't Photoshop... Yeah, that's right, because you can't get Photoshop for free anymore, can you? Let's see... What's... Other names. So what's your map for? Lords of Undeath, Alfgard, Galadria. Let's see. The 4 core species: human, elf, dwarf, and orc. And then undead. Let's see if I can get something like 1 settlement maybe for each of them to start with. Also, let's see, what does the grid look like? Below the symbols. Ugh. Talk about cluttered. I mean, it works. Oh, nice. That is good. It's always helpful to get stuff for free as a student. Yeah, what kind of concept world are you thinking of? Like, anything specific? You have much ideas for it? What is the trace tool? Oh, I get it. That makes sense. I am not a game designer or anything. I'm a fantasy literature student, so I'm having to teach myself everything. Which is fun. It's good to experiment. You have any particular favorite worlds you built? Labels. Let's see. Let's call these. Let's see what. Oh, it only does settlements, no mountains. Woo. The Sun Pact, Lords of Death. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. I mean, I've only been messing around with this map for like almost 2 hours now, so I have to say the system is really easy to use. That helps a lot. Let's call these... Whoa, can't see that one. Maybe if we switch it? Not a huge fan, but it works. No, not for what I'm building. This is actually a for a sandbox, like collaborative role-playing forum, basically. So I don't know if you're familiar with that, but basically I make the world and then other people join the forum and make characters and we all kind of write together. Which is why this one's a little more chaotic and less specific in details, since it's designed to let other people join and add on to the lore of this kind of world. So I'm trying to keep it open with enough hooks. Yeah, a lot like an online D&D, except there's no dice or anything. It's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. but basically like online D&D without dice, and everyone is writing the story together more or less, and like with their different characters. So I guess you could call it a crowdsourced book almost, depending on how big things get. Yeah, I write on a couple of them. Like I write on a Star Wars one that's pretty fun. Let's make this a black one. I write on another fantasy one. So it's really fun. Lots of ideas, especially when there's plenty of opportunity for people to add to the site lore. Frozen, no. Ooh, what about the ice mounts? I can get behind that. Ice mounts, nope. I think I did it again. What on earth is that? Why does it look like an... Interesting. Apparently I'm hitting the wrong button. Oops. Why does it keep adding an F? I'm very confused. Apparently I did something to it, but that's okay. We'll just undo things until it goes away. Which is what I... Whoa. No! No! Health card. There we go. Alright, let's go back to it and try again. Alright, that's better. Why? Here, I'm gonna zoom in on that. Why does it keep... Oh boy. Oh well. I will just switch things again and delete that. Maybe I won't be naming those mountains. Ice mounts. Interesting, interesting. Okay. I see what it's doing. Here we have the ice mounts. And then we'll boost that up. And then, yeah. Is it visible white? Nope. Well, hang on. Maybe. Let's start boosting that outline. There we go. That's better. Then we'll go back to... Oh, really? It needs to be 33%. Rotate, and then let's make the outline a little bigger, and then stretch that out. But that's a different font. Yeah, whoops. Trying to be consistent here. So it's, there we go. That's the one. Anyways, where were we before I got confused by ice stuff? Ice mounts. Wait, nope, cancel. There we go. Ice mounts, sun packed. Oh yes, something for every kind of species. There we go, that's better. Alright. Maybe I can get this a different color. It's elvish. So I feel like gold would work. Ugh. Because it's kind of hard to read still, I think. What do you think? Let's see. Just the way, like, the background and everything. Maybe if this was more of a gray. Nope. Nope. Definitely not. Alright, we're going back to black. Or white, actually. Galadria. And then we'll put a little symbol there. Inked castles? No, I don't think so. I mean, those are cool, but not what I'm needing. Colored town? Ooh, yes, now we're talking. This is stuff I can work with for this. Custom colored town? No, not so much. Inked castles. Farm villages, dead trees. Ooh, dead trees. Those will be useful. Especially for like the Lords of Undeath and stuff. Alright, inked castles it is. That is tiny. How big is it normally? A bit too big. Let's try 75. Close, but not quite. I'll have to move this again, I think. No. Stop overlapping. Galadria. I mean, you can kind of see it. Whoa! No. Go back to symbols. There we go. Oops. Undo. Let's try 90. There we go. That's a little more visible. That makes more sense. Galadria. And then Paper Town. Alright, this is also quality stuff. Wow, those are really big. Still really big. Even bigger. Nope, not visible. And there. And that's actually not really... Colored town? There we go. See, this is a hidden elven citadel, so... yeah, that'll work. Oh, no. Cancel. Menu. Okay. Premium art packs. Cool. Save. Alright. And then... no, actually, let's make that a little bit bigger. There we go. Elf Guard. Alright, that's really big. Let's see. What should we call this one? Whoops. City! We'll do that. Bilbo. White with a black outline. Oops. Let's get that font size up. And then, what should we call this? Let's see. Oh shoot! Let me go look up who my bad guy is again, because I don't have my notes. Getting started. What is the Sun Saga? There we go. Xeranax. So let's call this Zanara? Zanaria, maybe? Okay, that is not at all legible. Woo! Whoops. Zanaria. And then let's make this bigger. And a little bit bigger, maybe a different font. Zanaria. That is the hard part, is it's really crucial to make sure it's like aesthetically good, but also not like illegible. Yeah, that'll work. Zanaria is the citadel of the Lords of Undeath. Galadria is the citadel of the High Elves. Let's see. Go back to labels. Zanaria. What happens if we do switch that? Let's bring that around. Actually, let's make these white also. Oof. It's a little rough. Too much. The Elfin Marches. Make that a little bit better. The Battle Plain. Alright. Still don't know if this is like really legible though. There we go. That seems pretty well set off from everything. And then let's do the same thing here. There we go. Ice mounts. Stoneheart Mountains. So I'm thinking I'm liking this white text, black outline more and more as I makes things crisper and harder, easier to see actually. Too much. Ooh, too much. It just helps set it off a little bit more. The Elfin Marches. Then green. Woo! Rip. That is in the other box. So we'll move that down. out of the way. And then the sun pact. Bring it back. And around. The sun pact. Yay! There we go. I think that. Whoa! No. Boom. And it still covers it up. No! Stop that. Oh gosh, not you. No! There we go. That's better. Let's move it. Still covers it. There we go. Stoneheart Mountains. The Sun Pact. Okay, actually, there's probably gonna be something by that lake. So let's rotate this some more. There we go. No! Not that. Symbols. There we go. Let's see. Let's make this a human settlement. Farm villages? No. Modern buildings? Most definitely not. Paper town. Woot woot. Custom colors. Let's make it like that. Yep. Nope. Shuffle symbols? What does that mean? Oh, I bet that's so like you can pick multiples. That would make sense. Castle, castles. Inked castles. Except they all kind of look the same. Which, I mean, it's not too bad. Playful town. Alright. I like that one. So let's look at all. Let's see what we can find. I like these. Which ones are these? Hamlet, castle, what was... Oh, whoops, yep, that's the, paper. Ruins. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be the colored castles. For now, till I can get some extra art packs or figure out how that all works. Which will be cool. Colored town. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Let's make these a little bigger. No, I don't think so. Probably this one then. Wow, that is super big. So what's that? crazy how big some of these are. Yeah, that'll have to do. Or should it be? Let's put it here. Yeah, that's good. And then what to call it? Text. City. No. Let's shrink that significantly. Reset the curve. Maybe make that smaller. Even still. Let's see. A name. Let's see what the settlements name it. Smolder Grounds, Ironslow, Azure Steel, Bismuthew. I think it's the fonts. That's better. Yeah, that's the one I used for Zanarnia. Gale Abbey. Like, the way I kind of view the humans here is like a lot of confederated, like, smaller kingdoms. Both like actual kingdoms and then also like the crusading orders, since I figure they're kind of a big part of the story. Kind of the idea is that too much. That's better. Since they've been crusading for like 1,000 years against the ooh, not that one. Whoa. Is that? What? That's weird. They've been crusading for so long against the Lords of Undeath. Like, they've developed knightly orders kind of inspired by like the Knights Templar and the Hospitallers, the Teutonic Knights, and like there's a bunch of different ones kind of related to those. Let's call this, actually, let's move it. Let's make this kind of a crusading order kind of capital citadel, I'm thinking. Like, they're the ones watching the plains. Advanced. No, go away. Reset that. Undo. So it's like these knightly orders dedicated to like different deities, different philosophies, different specialties, different weapons. Have like at this point have their own like capital city to kind of do all of the infrastructure and support that they would use. Yeah, that's a good one. Right. Let's see, what to call it? Knightsburg? Not a fan of that one so much. Let's see. It's like the main deity of the Sun Pact. It's named after the deity is like Solanus, the deity of the sun, who has a couple different aspects that different ones will like revere and worship and stuff. Names. Let's see. Because after taking Jerusalem, it became known as the Crusader States. Like, what would these, I don't know, 24 knightly orders, when they band together to make their own kind of basically military citadel city to hold back the undead. Hello, new viewer. Welcome. Glad to have you. I'm working on names and like some key settlements for the different main species, basically, of this world. Pretty core, basic stuff: elf, human, orc, and dwarf. But they've all kind of got their own little twist to them. Right now I'm working on the main capital for the different like crusading orders who've humans join. I mean, more than humans join. Like, every species will probably have their own, like a few of their own orders that they have dedicated specifically to the Sun Pact Crusade against the undead who have taken over the Northwest. Knights Guard. Solania? No. I want it to be something kind of normal, or not normal, but like prosaic, not fancy, kind of like to the point. You know, military sounding, like that. Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, might actually be best to call it just like Knights Guard. Because it's basically what it is. It exists to make sure that no undead army crosses into the mainland of the Sun Pact. Knights Guard. Italic. Knights Lot. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Yeah, we'll call it Knights Guard. Woo! Don't do that. Battle plane, Knights Guard. We'll give the humans another town, I think. Colored town. Wallstone. Nope. Custom colored town. Yeah, we'll make them like a trading city over by the lake. Kind of where all the rivers come in. Yeah, that works. Go back to labels. City. Woo! Okay, nope. Shrink. Shrink very far, please. We'll call this one... Shrink a little further. Make this city. Nope. Bridge key. No. Well. we'll make this. Undo. We will make this one a trading town, so we'll call this one Hansia after the Hanseatic League. That was a predominant trading, international trade guild thing during the Middle Ages along like the north coast of Europe, like northern Germany, the Netherlands, that kind of stuff. Galadria, Knights Guard, Hansia. Alright, let's do a dwarf settlement and an orc settlement. I don't know, it looks kind of cluttered. I feel like I've got too much on it. Perhaps. I'm not sure. Whoop. Ooh, I know what I can do. Text. This one. We're going to... There we go. The lords... There we go. So they kind of mirror each other a little more. That helps. Galadria, Knights Guard, the Sun Pact. What I'm thinking is that each species kind of has its own elemental affiliation, more or less. So like elves are like stars, air, sky. Humans are like soil and earth. But kind of a little bit of everything. And then dwarves are like rock and fire. And then orcs, I'm thinking, are water and wind. So they kind of mix with the elves, I guess. But I think it'd be fun to have orcs be like living and traveling, sailing, like traveling ship colonies, basically. Like great big city boat ships that kind of just drift and sail in among the islands, kind of in the west and south, I think. So that area between the Stoneheart Mountains and the Ice Mounts, super empty. Maybe I'll add some more color to that, actually. No. Oop, nope. Not that one. Green again, but also not. Yeah. Ooh. Nope. That's a solid neon there. Let's see, how can we make these dark? Nope, too bright. Lots of green. Some red, maybe. Again, we're getting back into the neons, man. It's a little bit better. Ooh. No. Let's drop the opacity again. Yeah, that's better. Hey, hello. Good to see ya. Yeah, that works. Kind of a vibrant. Yeah, that works. Not tropical, which is good. Okay, nope. Not the mountains. No! Yeah, this looks like the right color for trading stuff. Ah, thanks. Glad you think so. Right now I'm working on detailing and coloring and labeling things. Yeah, we'll make this the same color, but not the mountains. Yeah, those are different enough that it works. There we go. Color the hills, and then the rest of this. Kind of let it blend there. Because it's not quite the same. It does make everything else pop, which I appreciate. Because earlier, oh boy, it was a nightmare. Couldn't read anything. Trying to get everything. Brush opacity. There we go. That works. The words clear enough to read and big enough without being super crowded is crazy. It is a rough time. Yeah, let's keep dropping that opacity, I think. Yeah, that works. I guess, no, yeah. Now that we dropped the opacity, can fill in these areas. Because they're still relatively fertile and temperate. Just keep it nice and pale. And kind of where it blends into the more southern tropical regions. There we go. Oop! Too far. That's better. Yeah. And then over here, over in the Elfin Marches. And yeah, for those of you who are watching from, well, you know who you are. You know where Elfin Marches are from. I just found the name so compelling I had to steal it. Let's fill this in. Kind of, yeah, there we go. Fill in the rest of this, kind of lightly, not too much. Get to the islands next. There we go. And then same thing up here. Again, still more temperate region. Fill in the gap. That's... Wait, what happened to my white? No! My white is gone. Yeah, that's the one. Kind of a... It might have been this one. Whoops. Yeah, it was. The more northern Arctic tundra zones. Fill those in. Have it kind of fade in with the rest. Thanks. Appreciate it. This is my forum project, so and we'll go back and kind of fill in these areas down here. Leave some of the islands in the mountains. Actually, let's add a little bit of white here. And then drop the opacity. Kind of blend it some more. Nope. That was way far north. And then, yeah. I mean, it's not like this is stressful. It's like super chill, which is good. I mean, there's no rush. So, you know, nothing, it's easy to be mellow with this. Yeah, fill in some of those, leave the islands, and down here, add some more on this island. I think keep it fairly light because it's more of a tropical-ish. Yeah, and then the rest of the islands, really light green. Not super vegetated or anything. More, I kind of picture these ones like up here anyways. Like off the Washington coast or Canada. Oh, thanks. Glad you think so. Yeah, it's coming along fairly decently. Once I have the map up, it'll be in much better shape. And then I can start really opening it up to people and advertising it and looking for members. Let's see if we can't thin these out some. Because this is really thick. But yeah. And still, the main thing I'm working on it now is like this stuff. Getting the lore in the world set up and ready to go. So that people join, they kind of have a better sense of what it's like and some of their options so they can get a handle on things. And then from there, whoa, not enough opacity. Nope. Let's bump that up again. There we go, that's getting better. Gotta take it all the way up, I think. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so when people join, they have like some hooks to jump in right away. Like they know where they can start threads to write in and start their role playing. Have a sense of what the basic species are, the core ones. Yeah, we'll kind of blend them here. That was not blending. Whoops. That was blending. Nope, not that one. There we go. And then some more blending up here. Kinda along the edge. Yep. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Filter. Filter all. I think those are fine. So let's. No, there we go. Just kind of keep blending here, I think. So there's more of a fade between the different biome regions. Let me swap brushes real quick. Alright, there we go. so it's a little chillier. Hanzia, Battle Plane, Night Guard, Galadria, Elfguard, Elfin Marches. Alright. Okay, what next? Oh yeah, let's, no, that's okay. That'll be like a northern rainforest, basically, I think. I'll lighten that up some. There we go. That works. Some of these. Okay. Nice and easy. Gee, why would there be a trading one there? Huh. That's awkward. We'll just move it. That's easy. We'll put Hanzia. Somewhere good for trading. Probably. Yeah, no, we'll put it on this other lake. That way. Ah, so that's how you do the layers. Boom. And then let's move this one there. Hanzia. That makes more sense. Alright. Symbols. Orc settlement and a dwarf settlement now. Actually, let's color the mountains differently. Yeah, we'll make the mountains this color. There we go. Right where it goes to Knight's Guard. More or less the Northern Hemisphere. Yeah. Like, I don't think it's the whole world per se. Let's start dropping that opacity again. And then undo some stuff. Just so that it's not as chaotic when people join and are like, where can we write stories in the world? And it's like, yes, this whole thing is the size of Earth. This way it's a little more concentrated and a little less chaotic and not as spread out, and it makes travel more feasible. Because that is the hard thing with writing Star Wars fantasy forums, is unless you have like teleportation magic, it's really hard to justify and make sense of how long your character will be doing nothing but walking or writing for like months on end, and it's not fun if it's too big. Alright, yeah, I guess we can color the mountains up here too. Yeah, add some more color, add some more distinction. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yep, that's right, I forgot about these mountains down here. Written some before. Like, I've done a little bit of dabbling in this world, but there's another forum that I'm on that I write with. And I've been on a few different small fantasy forums, And that's the problem we kept running into, was how big they were is crazy sometimes. Like, it just gets complicated with the logistics. Drop the brush size. Go back over kind of the border with the mountains. There we go. Alright, this is looking better and better. Still don't know how I feel about this area, but it'll work. It'll do. Yeah. And then I've got some ideas for this one that I've been working on. A couple characters in mind so that I can start basically writing stuff by myself to get things going. So like I have like a high elf who lives here in Galadria, is the prince whose father was the high king of the elves, and led the great army when they marched north, and then when both the Sun Pact and Lords of Undeath armies were basically wiped out by some new magic that nobody quite knew what it was from, like right up in here. So that's one character. And then I have human knight errant, lady knight. I'm thinking she'll probably be from Hanzia. Maybe. Either Hanzia or Knight's Guard, because I think she'll be part of one of the knightly chapter orders based here to kind of patrol the battle plane or like protect against any more incursion. I have an orc who will more or less... Hey, hello! Thanks for the follow. Good to see ya. Yeah, I'm just talking about some of the different characters I've created for the forum in this world, so... Let me know if you have any questions about it or anything. Yeah, hey. What you up to? Oh, whoops. I missed some mountains. Oops. There they are. There it is. Yeah, so now I'm in the more... Oh, yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now, more or less. But it's good to, like, do something fun with fantasy, you know? Instead of just reading long novels that are very slow and trying to be smart about it and intellectual. Gotta go back to what makes it fun. Remember why. Oh, that sounds like a good nap then. Alright, let's see. Actually, let's go ahead and do some lightning over here on these islands, since they're more northerly. Yeah. I mean, we don't have Titus ground for another 2 weeks, so... I mean, I don't feel the need to procrastinate until next Monday at least. But hey, for all I know, we might have class canceled that week, so wouldn't complain if that happens. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I know. I have the Audible one as well. Wait, it's not that long, I don't think. I thought it was like 18 when I looked. Yeah, we'll make that one gray too. Oh boy, I guess I gotta switch to that during my daily commute walks. Because I usually listen to audiobooks when I walk up to campus and back, so... Time to switch over to that one, I guess. I feel like it needs something up here. It's a little... Oh, what are these? Oh, that is not a cypress tree. Let's do... Oh man, it's gotta be... Those are tiny. Yeah, I actually read Blood in the Mist on a PDF on my phone, was how I read that one. Do not recommend it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, Lud was hard, but luckily, like, I was so... I don't know. I must have had, like, way more caffeine or something, so I, like, couldn't sleep. So I was up till, like, 2 a.m. reading it, and I didn't finish it. And then I got up this morning before the 2 p.m. class to work on it. No, I don't like the shape of that hilly range, so let's get rid of that and try again. Erase those. I don't blame you. Some of the books were not easy to finish, and there's so much to finish. It's kind of nuts. I did actually end up really liking Blood in the Mist, and I'm thinking I might do the final on it in some way, like maybe... Yeah, that's true. We don't need to finish it. But I feel bad when I don't finish books. Like, even not for class, just like in general. If I don't finish them, I feel like I've let the author down. Okay, yeah, that's also true. It's not... That's also the really tricky part. It's really weird. It's like, ah, yes, reading. Oh, man, I don't want to read this. But then even reading for fun... Sorry. Like, even reading for fun this semester's been rough. Like, I just can't make myself do it. Like, the only book I've read for fun is a Star Wars one. And I wanted to read some other fantasy books, but couldn't do it. Let's fill in some of these gaps. I still feel like there should be something up here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does help to write a final when you finish something. And I actually did end up really liking Lud. I mean, it might be a good thing that you haven't read any of them. That could be helpful. Where'd my dead trees go? Where am I? Oh, wait. Nope. Wait. Nope. There they are. Dead trees. Yeah, let's put a dead forest up there. Ooh, Earthsea would be a good one to read over break, because it is much slower paced. Dead trees paintable. Alright, it's not bad. Let's go a bit smaller though. Rip. What'd you do? Don't break my text chat box. Do you know how hard it is to set up a Twitch channel? It's really complicated. I think she talked too much about Earthsea. No, those are still pretty big. Let's shrink them down a little bit more. dead trees colored. There we go. Actually, let's make that a little bit bigger. Right? Isn't it weird? Wait, what did you say in all caps? Yeah, let's just use all lowercase here because this is a chill channel. This is a chill stream. We don't need to be getting loud in the chat box. Let's make that smaller. Yeah, that's better. Put the dark elves up here, maybe. Lovecraft and medical humanities would work. The hard part is like so. Oh, okay, yeah. No shouting about Earthsea. The robot police will get you. Yes. Earthsea is the name of power. Spoken too loud, it'll shake the foundations of the chat. I wish I could write on the more contemporary fantasy because like so few of the things this semester like grabbed my attention. And when he said, "Oh yeah, don't do your final on the same thing you did your midterm as," I was like, no. Because that ruled out Fantasties. I was like, shoot, I don't think there's anything else I could write 6,000 words on without going crazy. But I mean, Blood in the Mist is pretty close to that. It doesn't have like the same depth as Fantasties, I don't think. I mean, sure, there's a lot to it, but not like Fantasties. Alright, here, let me see if I can modify that. Couldn't tell ya. It's like an automatic thing. Let me see if I can figure. Here, let me go into the website and see what I can find. I think it's in one of the default Streamlabs.
Minecraft. Probably the best vanilla moment
let's see, where did it go? Where did it go? Where are my extensions? Creator dashboard, I think. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It shouldn't. Extensions. Where? Ah, extensions. My extensions. Because I have basically a automated chat moderation in there. The recent events. No, I don't. Here, let's see. It's an automated chat moderator. Oh, that's right. They're not on the website. They're in nope, that's themes. Themes. I don't know what you guys can still see, so hopefully it's still the map. Ah, found it. Okay, cool. Still the map. Yeah, I don't know which words it is that it's filtering or not. And it does, well, there. That should be disabled then, I think. Yeah, well, it's a European thing, I think. Who knows? Alright, let's see. This is where I'm putting the dark elves. Yeah, that's what happens when you have an automatic robot moderator. There you go. It's disabled. Alright, I'll go back and fill in some of these gaps. You scallywags. Wash your mouths out with soap. Alright, let's see. If I was a dark elf who had been an elf and decided to practice necromancy and serve the god of undeath, what would I name a dead forest? Actually, I haven't named any of the forests. Well, I'm mostly talking to myself and then also YouTube, so, you know. Let's actually give them a... We'll give them a castle. That's big. Oh, it's not too big, at least. Or a town or something. A dark elf town. Spooky. Yeah, we'll give them the spooky dark roofs. Yes, you are thought and memory. Alright, spooky dark elf building. Is there spooky dark elf buildings? Ah, ruins. Kinda spooky dark elf. Inked castles. Custom colors? Ah. Let's go back to custom colored town. I mean, Elfin Grove I'd be more likely to give like an elven forest. But that could work. But yeah, they're like corrupted elves. Ooh. Yeah, Hugin and Munin. Maybe it's a petrified forest. Like, yeah. That could work. Stone forest. Stone... Regardless, I'll still give them a castle. Oh, that's really big. That's better. Ironically, that's the same one I gave the hidden elven, like, gorilla citadel. The cracked woods, yeah, that would work. Let's give them this castle. Whoa, that's ginormous. That's better. Yeah, the cracked... Oops. The cracked woods... What's another word for forest? Woods. Is there another one that I can't think of as a synonym? Yeah, it would. It'd be like Gormangast. Ooh. Gast, Gorman. I don't have lore on it yet. It just came to me as I was talking. But I'm thinking just the way that the amount of... Yeah, Sylvania, like in Warhammer, the vampire counts region. Yeah. We'll put it here on the coast, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, boss. Yeah. Sylvania is also a wilderness area in Michigan. It's not a very big one, but yeah. Some of the only old growth. Transylvania. Anybody know the name, the word for death in a foreign language? I will just mash things together. Because over here we've got Zenaria, which is like the main citadel for the Lords of Undeath. I do not know. Man, I thought I turned that off. What is it doing? What is it still doing? Cloudbot? F. There. That should be better. Toten. Yeah, nope, it doesn't. I don't know. I didn't program it or anything, it's just the default. So Dos and Toten. Doth. How do you pronounce the circle with a line through it? Ooh, Totendos. Totendos? That could work as a name for the forest. Totendos. Call it a region. Wait. We'll just... let's make that bigger. There we go. Whoops. Totendos. Yeah. I kind of had a feeling that wasn't one that English had, which was why I was asking, but oh well. And let's make it a little bigger. And then we'll curve it. There. Call it Totendos. Okay, yeah, that I believe. There's a lot of sounds we don't have. So let's actually do it like that. Totendos. Kind of mixes them all. We'll say that's the name for the forest and the castle. A rounded front vowel. Yeah, I'm working on learning Old English, but it's hard to find the resources. You can't just like learn it on Duolingo, unfortunately. I have tried though. Totendos. Yeah, that would be difficult. It does. I mean, they have Klingon, I'm pretty sure, and I think they have Dothraki. But no Anglo-Saxon or medieval Welsh or Brythonic. It's like, come on, y'all. Let's put some Anglo-Saxon in here. Latin would make sense. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, if they've already got Latin as a dead language, why not more? Let's see. Dwarf. Okay, let's do a dwarf settlement now. Yeah. I am surprised they don't have ancient Greek though. Skog? Good to know. Like, I've already got some like Scandinavian. I don't know which one specifically, like over here with Alfgard. And then kind of with Knightsguard, but also not really. It mixes things, which is fine. What's something that looks dwarvish? Oh, these are fun. It's the ruins. Spaceship stuff, it looks like. Yeah. Wait, what does Fandal mean? Other than obnoxious elf archer who keeps getting in my way and can't do anything useful. I'm not bitter. Okay. Heim. Ooh, that's a good one. Maybe we'll do that for the dwarf. Ooh? No, you can't see that. Are you a Fandal fan? Oh! That's what his name means? Gnarly. But still, he's the worst. Yeah, this is kind of dwarvish. Make that a little bigger though. Whoa, not that big. And I have to say, not to scale. Alright, let's see. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, if you just take a name, don't bother. Oops. Whoa! No. No. What did I do? That's better. That's better. Huh. Interesting. Trondheim. I mean, Farmer Home works. It makes sense. Yeah. Urban farmers. Alright. Go back to city. Stop doing that. Region. Lancelot. Weights and black outline. So the farmer's home. Okay. So the farmer's home was the capital. That's not super common. I don't think usually. Let's see. Yep, that tends to be what the Danes do. They seem to be good at that. Let's see. Ooh, how about Dwarfheim? Then we'll give it some curve. Swing it around. Actually, let's do it the other way. Dwarfheim. Bum, bum. There we go. Dwarfheim. Wow. Y'all change names a lot. Is it Lancelot? No, which one is this? Lancelot. So it is Lancelot. Galadria. And too much. There we go. Wow, that's a lot of names. Many names. Alright. Let's see. What else is crucial? Poor Swedes. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. That's what I've been doing basically the entire evening, so let me check. Yeah, since 6:30, I think is how long I've been streaming this map. So, almost 3.5 hours. I'm using one called Wonderdraft. You can see it up here in the corner. Like, it's not a free program, which is probably why it's actually a quality program. But it's not super expensive and it's not a subscription license, so that's actually really helpful. So it's only like a one-time fee compared to like Incarnate, which doesn't have the same usability, and doesn't have maps this big, so the scale is always messed up. That one's a yearly subscription, but this one's only a one-time, which is really nice. Ice Mode, Stoneheart, Orc. That's right. I need an Orc settlement. Doom. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Unfortunately, they don't have boats on this one, because I'm thinking for this world the orcs will be like mariners and like live on their Yeah. It might be in one of the custom art packs they have. I haven't looked at those yet. I'll give them a look and probably get them just for more versatility and adaptability. But yeah, I'm gonna have the orcs be mariners who like live in the shoot, like giant collective rafts, basically, like boat cities, essentially. Yeah. So it's hard to do like a settlement for that when they don't live in settlements usually. Yeah, no, for sure. Always fun to have more boats. And like Tolkien talks about them, but he just doesn't write them. Like the Númenóreans were great sailors, like the greatest sailors in Middle Earth, and the elves are always building their ships and sailing away. But I don't think Tolkien actually knew very much about boats. Other than like really small boats around like Oxford and stuff. Yeah, so I need, let's see, yeah, it really is. Especially in especially in the Shire. It gets different the more the hobbits travel. And then the Silmarillion is very much not English. Yeah, the Silmarillion is the interesting one for me. What looks vaguely harborish? Port town, probably that one. Dun, 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 dun. Is Silmarillion not on the reading list for the spring class? No, it's just Lord of the Rings. Never mind. You should read it anyways. It's really small. That's better. Let's see. If I was a... Well, Lord of the Rings is good. So I can't complain about that. But Silmarillion is more my jam. Are the lectures for Fantasy 2 up? Do you remember? Or have you seen them? Let's see. If I was a culture of mariners, semi-nomadic, and I wanted some sort of shelter for when things weren't great. Alright, cool. Have fun. If it's a fun type of message. Okay, cool. So we'll take a look at the lectures and see what topics we end up talking about for the theoretical stuff. Hey, even better. Good to have things actually updated. Let's see, somewhere sheltered with access. Probably central and warm. Ooh, that's really small. Let's make that bigger. How big is it full size? Let's go there. Yeah, that works. Actually, no. Let's do it there. Well, get rid of those. Do it again. We will mirror it. No. Undo. Mirror this one. Nope. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, Borderlands. How is it? Alright, sounds good. I typically stream every Thursday night, so good night. And then Mondays and Tuesdays sometimes. Sometimes Wednesdays, but pretty regularly always Thursdays. Yep. And you make that a little bit smaller. Yeah, a little bit smaller again. Doorheim. Nosta. See y'all tomorrow, actually. I should see you both tomorrow. Okay. Something orcish and sea-based. Sorry, the A-Team theme song is aggressively stuck in my head right now. Yeah, unless you're skipping out on Star Wars. Yeah, let me double check. Yeah, 10-1 in shoot. Which room is it? In the library. I don't remember what room. I'll send it out in the group chat once I double check. Yep. See you then. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Oh man, that is really stuck in there. Orcish Mariners. Ooh, what about... Yeah. Let's do... Why does it keep changing on me? Stop it. Dun 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 dun. Oh wow. Hopefully I don't get copyright violated for doing that. That'd be awkward. Let's call it Storm Harbor. And there we go. Storm Harbor. There. Yeah. This will be bigger though. That should do it. Bump up that. And actually drop it back down again. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Alright, what else do people think? What seems to be the most let's see. Don't have any kingdoms or anything, which is the point. I've got most of the islands are left alone. Mountains. Yeah, I think this is good to go. Cool. So that's the fastest I've ever made a map at one point, but looks pretty decent now. I like it. And it should be readable for everyone once I put it up on the forum. Left enough stuff open for other people to develop them. Cool. So I think I will call it a night. Yeah. Thanks to all of you who joined me and everything. It's been great. Have a good night, afternoon, day, wherever you are. And especially if you're not in the UK like I am, so you never know. Wait, maybe there's more. I feel like I should do something with this middle area, since it's like super empty, but it's also good to I don't know, leave room for other people to like develop their own lore and create their own stuff, I guess. I don't know, what do you people? My machine and equipment is telling me there's 2 of you, but one of them might be me on my phone, so maybe there's only one of you. I can't tell. Or maybe both of them are me in different platforms. I'm not sure. It's kind of a confusing system. But yeah, otherwise, I run my Star Wars campaign in 12 hours, so I should get some sleep and figure out how the heck the space rolls work. Because that's always confused me. And it's always been a little rough. Anyways, yeah. Alright. I think I will call it here then. Like I mentioned not too long ago, I usually stream every Thursday, either like Lord of the Rings Online, Mountain Blade Warband, or I might do more of this map making. Since I am working on another book with a different world, so I might do that one next week. We'll see how it goes. Or I could stream my research for my final, if people want to have a lot of fun while I stream JSTOR and EBSCO database. Oh, that sounds pretty miserable. So, catch y'all next week. Maybe over the weekend, probably not, but definitely again on Thursday. Alright? See y'all.